The blockade around CPR Borealis has entered the 20th day. Food, water, and frankly patience is running low. Rough estimates place the number of civilians and non-combatants at around 1,300. 200 personnel from Borealis and 1,100 separated over 27 ships, the majority of which are still in holding pattern around Borealis. In the last couple days, with the D-Day coming ever closer, the PMA have begun evacuation of all civilians from the tile. However, this has been a slow and arduous process, with each ship being checked meticulously for smuggled goods, PFF, and more than likely, escaping CPR High Command. Tensions are high, and we've already watched as multiple fights have broken out during these stop and seizures.
The following content has taken place over God knows how long over Discord, going many backs and forth, completely legit RP. The following episode is a condensation of what roughly happened. Fuck you.
Boom.
These reports around CPR are troubling. Going to be a lot of civilian life lost if this goes south.
Since when did you care about civilian life and the greater good of the Pioneer system, Mallard?
You do remember that I ran the CDF, right? That was literally my job. And I say I did a hell of a better job than everyone is right now.
Until the KE kill you.
Okay, fine. The XO made me write up a brief. The system can burn for all I care.
Very, forthright. Alright, let's hear it. What do we got?
It's a repeat of Malta, but significantly worse. A large percentage of the civilians in the tile managed to escape, but stubborn ones, or the stupid ones.
Or the stubbornly stupid one.
Right. Well, they got left behind. Now that the PMA is about to strike Borealis, the writing is on the wall. And now they need to leave, be saved, you know, the usual civilian stuff.
Well, seems like the usual stupid war. Any news on the PFF front?
Negative, sir. They appear to be blended in the civilian population. Escaping frigates we followed were abandoned. No sign of them. Trail's gone cold.
Damn.
Sir?
Yes, Mallard.
The CPR want the Eternity to intervene in the same fashion we did with Malta. They want us to open the blockade.
Yeah, that's not happening. We're not picking a side in this war. We're not the same EFN we were a month ago. I don't even know why this war is to be fought, to be honest.
Don't shoot the messenger.
Yeah. Ace, fuck, Ace, get Ryder Highcom on the phone, please.
Yes, sir.
Any bets on who wins?
CPR.
Really? They're getting their asses handed to them.
I don't know, man. CPR are going tit for tat. Riders are losing a lot of ships, more than I expected. If they keep this...
Come on to Captain Rock.
Fuck, I mean... God Damn it, Ace. Give me a warning next time. Admiral Corbesio, it's good to hear you.
It's not Cabesio. Cabesio and Machina have stood down. They're helping the Khan government rebuild building efforts.
Well, congratulations, Admiral Tidier.
Thank you, Captain. Though this feels a lot more like penance.
Welcome to leadership. I called you up. We're viewing a delicate situation developing around this CPR Borealis HQ. Can you shed some light on this now? Can you shed some light on this, please?
Well, CPR has refused to evacuate the HQ tile right up until we attacked it. And now they have a humanitarian crisis at their hand, and are now requesting a full ceasefire.
And not doable?
Captain, our alliance is held together by duct tape and prayers. Also booze, but mostly duct tape. I'm getting close to becoming a full-grown alcoholic, though. Anyway, this war needs to end. We are doing our best to evacuate the civilians, and when we attack, we will make all due effort to avoid directly engaging the civilian clustering.
It's about as good news as I guess I can get.
Captain, you've seen how the riders operate. Regardless of our past, we fight with honor, and we treat civilians with respect. But we can't just give up all of our gains in this war because the CPR are unwilling to preemptively move their own. We are allowing ships through, but as you would imagine, the average civilian is not happy with us. We've already had 2 marine teams overwhelmed, so we had to move extra slow with our checks. The Khans want to send their marines in, but I've held off on that nuclear option for now. Tensions are high. I suspect we are only going to have about 20 to 40% of civilians out of there before the planned assault. Maybe. The Khans are pissed as shit, and the PXC just want blood.
Understood. It sounds like a delicate situation. If an eternity is advent, we'll need to deliberate. Appreciate the sit-ret, Tidier.
Likewise, Captain. Commander, Admiral Tidier out.
Have I mentioned I hate this star system?
Join the club.
I hate everyone.
What a merry gathering. Well, we pay Borealis a visit, and if it's all as the writers say, as I suspect it will, we'll be there to provide a show of force, keep things calm, maybe get a couple dozen civilians out if we can. Get attacked as we always do. Just kidding. If the radio reports are to be believed, this is one hell of a powder keg. And, hypothetically, if the PMA are stringing us along, we'll cross that bridge when we get to it.
Visiting the Confederacy, sir?
Yeah, the reality is, trails run code. We need intel. A fuckload of civilians crammed into one place might be exactly where we need to look to pick up the PFF trail.
Yes, sir. What about our entourage?
Unless one of them told on us, I think it's best not to inform their respective commands on exactly what's going on in the team-up. Also, I question the logic in bringing 2 sworn enemies into an active war zone of that war. I'm thinking, let's get rid of the civilians. We're only bringing them into more danger now. So have them bring the civilians to Phoenix Space, drop them off, and at that point begin looking for potential PFF strongholds. Maybe start with areas that are in the no man's lands of this war. That's where I would set up if I was them.
Aye, sir. First and cons working together. Captain, you're an asshole. You know that?
One of the best. View it as payback for this dumbass fucking war. Mallard.
Yes, sir.
Brief the crew that we're inbound to CPR. We're going to pay them a visit. Stress the importance that we are entering. Not a demilitarized zone, not something at peace. This is an active war zone and a blockade. And we're technically allied with no one, regardless of past affiliations. Let's not start shit, at least not without my orders. So, everyone on their best behavior. Understood?
Understood.
You too, Dolphin.
No meat on the table today.
I am going to ignore the subtle implications of what that meant. Gentlemen, let's get to it.
Yes,
Aye,
sir.
aye, sir.
I
We have to finish our drink some other day.
Mallard, I'm gonna need an away team.
I'll brief them and get one together.
Roger that. I'm thinking we'll need a pilot. Let's bring Kmax. He's deserved to stretch his legs again.
Will do.
You know what? You're a great diplomat. Let's bring you as well. We're gonna be seeing a lot of civilians doing a lot of low-key probing. Let's bring Mother. She handles that quite well. We're gonna need some backup. Any ideas, suggestions, XL?
I mean, normally I'd be recommending more armed ground teams, but in a situation like this, we're probably going to want people with a more friendly face.
Agreed. Vera?
Vera's probably a good choice.
Roger that. I think that makes for a good ground team. Let's keep most on the Eternity. I want the Eternity ready to throw hands if anyone so thinks is kicking this shit off.
Aye, sir. Do you need anyone else, or will that do?
I think that'll do. Mallard, you got that list?
I got it. We'll get on
Roger
that.
Go brief everyone on what's about to happen, and brief those guys specifically. Get them prepped. We'll be probably arriving within the hour. This is EFN Eternity's admin to CPR HQ Borealis. Come in.
This is Borealis. We read you.
This is EFN Captain Brock on the line. We are responding to your request to come to Borealis and assist in opening the blockade.
Roger that. Things are a little bit of a mess over here right now with the Civ's presence on the station, so bear that in mind as you approach. Hold on just a minute. Approach to about 2 kilometers to the station. Be advised of getting the Civ vessels around the station. Once you are there, you may then dispatch a transport to the station. There is a open landing pad for you, ready for you to approach.
Roger that. EFN Eternity's admin approach to 2 km, dispatch transport, and enter aboard. Be advised of civilian vessels. Anything else?
That should be it, sir. Understood. Borealis out.
EFN Eternity out. XO! Or actually, Mekra, make it so. This frog is staring at me. I'm not sitting in this seat. Mekra, make it so.
Heading there, so.
I've briefed the crew captain on the situation and the ground team as well.
Roger that. Thank you, Lieutenant Commander.
If only I could really make like a better entrance from the hangar from hangar control. That's a one.
Holy fucking shit, Mallard.
Oh.
You got some bottles and stuff if this shit goes south again. Last time I had guns and only guns, and that was it. I mean, I got captured anyway, but...
Any firearms? I'm guessing not for this situation.
Give me a handgun. I like handguns. Hey, Kmax.
Hello, sir.
Hi, sir.
You sleep well? You got the 2 shifts off.
Yes, the doctor has given me some sedation so that I can kind of recover from all that fun that we had on the planet.
Mm-hmm. Mallard just vanished. He just did a Batman thing on me.
He's going to. I think he's going to
Apologies, sir. I
retrieve
was
his
going to
gun.
go retrieve the equipment.
We're frankly looking for some information on the situation. See what's actually going on with our own 2 eyes. I'm sick and tired of taking people's words for what the hell is going on. So look around, see what you see, hear what you hear. We're mainly trying to find hints of the PFF, but also really see what's going on down there at the CPR in this war. We've been out of the game long enough. Let's get back in it.
Hey, fun.
Yes, sir. Are we really taking the Osprey again? I mean, not that it's fine. It's fine. I'm gonna be fine.
That's okay.
I mean, when you think about it, this is Osprey 3, and it's been almost 3 years, so we just blew one up. We got like another year before the next one blows up, right? So we're probably...
It is busy as hell out there.
Yep.
I'm
hey,
not sure exactly
Mallard,
where we're
use,
headed for,
use
sir.
comms, hit up Ace, and... fuck it, I'll handle it.
Yes, sir.
Is that the hospital?
The what?
It is picking up as a hospitaler.
Damn, I haven't seen one of those since we saw Nightingale in port a couple of years back.
I didn't know there were hospital ships
This
anymore.
is EFN Osprey 003 to HQ Traffic Control. We are en route. Where do you want us?
There is a port docking on the side of the station. You'll see a nice big yellow landing pad. Should be nice and clear to see from outside the station.
Roger that. Osprey 003 complying, going to starboard side.
Roger that. Borealis command out.
Osprey 003 out. What were you saying about the... Was the Nightingale a hospital ship?
Yeah.
Yeah, I served on that ship.
I knew the Nightingale. I didn't actually know what it was.
Yeah, it was a hospital ship. One of the better ones in Khan space.
Those things stick out like a sore thumb, but I guess that's the point, huh?
Hmm.
We don't want to get shot usually.
Yeah, that didn't work when we were fighting the cons. No offense.
Pretty sure it was. Hey, I see a
No.
yellow pad up above here. Is that the one we're going for,
I
sir?
don't think so. I think he said starboard side. Let's get a full view of the thing. Starboard side out the front. I don't see shit from this angle. Keep it coming. Keep it coming. Get us eye level. Remember, close your helmets, and behave. We're here, even though this is a war zone, we're here at their graces.
There, don't forget you now that.
I'll depart first.
Yeah.
Captain Brock, welcome to HQ Borealis.
It's quite the impressive abode you got here. Too bad it's under these times.
Yes, I would have preferred it to be better circumstances, but it is what it is. Beside me is my administrator, Silent Voices, and North R. Isle. You may have heard of them.
Hello.
Unfortunately, I've been out of the loop for a while, but we were looking to rectify that today.
Yes, if we go inside, it is quite busy because of the evacuation efforts, but they're all fairly friendly, don't worry.
It might be a bit of a squeeze. Apologies about that.
Yeah, but this station hasn't been compromised yet. Malta was lost to the cons. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I remember. I was
you do? Okay.
standing by the window
when it exploded. I'm sure you were.
Yeah.
What was it? Admiral Ben? I'm not sure of the
Fleet
ranking.
Admiral Ben, standing leader at the moment due to the emergency elections. But
Understood.
yeah.
I like this Tron outfit. Would you like to? Can you take us somewhere, or I don't know. What do you want us to do?
Yes, if you come into the elevator with us, we'll take you up to the main meeting room.
So you guys, sorry, you said something ran out 2 days ago. What was that?
Alcohol.
Deodorant. We've been on food rations as well for the last week.
Yes, we've been standing in here for a long time.
Okay, we probably can't help you with seats, but Raptor, you said you had some food with you, yes?
I have some soup, indeed.
All right, let's crack the soup out, and I'll crack out some water and things. So let's do that. As much in the dark as you guys. How about you chat with us real quick? Fill us in with what you know, because maybe we can figure it out together real quick while we get you sorted out.
They've been talking about moving people for days now, and well, to be honest with you, my wife is on one of those ships, but they've not been letting us go back and forth, and now they're saying there's a blockade. They're not telling us anything.
It's ever since the war started, we came here to hide. I mean, where are we supposed to go when everything's under attack? We tried to go for Remington, but we saw there was a battle, so we figured this was a safe spot. We haven't been able to get away, and every time we wanted to leave, we were informed there's a blockade and they're searching ships, so we don't know what's going on. We don't want to get shot.
Well, I was a captain of a freighter when the war started. I was making a regular run to a trade station, and during that run, Rider forces just attacked. We just got next to no warning when the war started.
Yeah, I was an engineer here, and I'm forced to leave my home now because of this fucking war.
And what about the pay cut? I can't afford weeks without pay.
None of us can.
We have to make do with what we have now.
Well, how about
somehow runs now?
It sounds like you guys have been through a lot. I'm really sorry to hear that. We'll get you some
Wow.
Welcome to the head meeting room of Borealis. And coordination.
Those who dare, Confederate Pioneer Republic. Oh, you aren't Colman. Oh, okay. Well, Admiral, this is a lot of ships on your hand.
Yes, circumstances required everything that we could get to be mobilized, so as you can imagine, these civilians don't want to be here any longer than they need to be.
I was on the phone with Admiral, or Acting Admiral Tider. He's telling me they are evacuating, but it's been very slow going. Anything we can do to help speed that up?
Right now, I think we have got most of it under control. There is only so much that you can do to have civilians evacuate in an orderly manner. I would like to catch you up on at least our perspective on the war and the situation as a whole, if you wouldn't mind.
What the PMA have told me is mostly their business, but within the realm of reason, essentially we've been told this war is a necessary but gruesome war that they have to partake in. I frankly don't really know what's going on with the PMA beyond I believe they simply want to establish a order for fighting the EDF or stabilizing the region. The EFN Attorney's advent has been out of the loop. We've been under attack regularly by PFF forces, and thus our priority at this time is to help fight against these PFF forces. That is something we can do within the realm of being a neutral party.
I am going to be blunt here, Captain Brock. From our perspective, the PMA's declaration of war on us was unexpected and quite betraying, because before that very moment we had a non-aggression and defensive agreement with both the Riders and the Khans. In fact, we were transferring them assets to help smooth things over. As we understand, we are the new people here, and the Outer Reach is not particularly trusting of each other.
I can see that, and I've been on the receiving end of that for quite some time.
So, as they have, the PMA have accused us of being bad allies and accused us of trying to cause wars or unpleased with the situation, which we were, admittedly. We had our hands forced to transfer quite a lot of our production to them, seemingly, even though they said that they viewed us as equals. Of course, trying to say that you're equals while demanding half of our production seemed a bit strange. We were
regardless, like, this concession for peace was worthwhile. It didn't work, however.
We see that. The PMA is on your doorstep, ready to bring down the anvil, as far as I can tell.
That's one way of putting it, Captain. We want our pre-war borders restored, and we don't really have any interests in continuing this conflict, but we also realize that if we just concede right now, the CPR will stop existing. Despite what their demands may say, any attempt to negotiate essentially boiled down to just becoming a puppet state, which the CPR doesn't have interest in right now. I'm not going to be dishonest. I would appreciate the EFN's help in an indirect or direct manner right now.
Admiral, I know more than most what it's like to fight against insurmountable odds with no future, with no hope of success, and yet having to wake up every day and still keep pushing. Not just now with the Eternity, but in the past. You have my respect in this regard.
I appreciate it.
To put it plainly on the table, I know everyone is thinking it. Can the Eternity assist in the same manner we assisted the Riders? Twice. Unfortunately, with the reality of, not to repeat myself, but those days are behind us. The Eternity is not a vessel that can impose my will upon the system. I acted as an envoy of Earth, as a representative of Earth. I am no longer that envoy, and with that, the EFN creed means nothing except for my crew. We don't represent Earth, and thus we cannot impose Earth's will upon you. Once again, I want to reiterate, we are but a guest in this system. We would like nothing more than this system to lay down its arms, work together for a better peace, a better future of this system, but to also just prepare for the coming tide. I don't presume most of you believe me about what is coming, but something is coming. If we can... Is there any possibility that the CPR and the PMA can come to an agreement? Anything.
We have been trying.
Stop this senseless.
There are certain compromises that both sides are not willing to make, and as such, even though we have obviously left the door open to it, we're not getting anywhere with negotiations. As for you being a guest here, while obviously I am only speaking of my own personal viewings of some of the actions that I've heard of you or seen of the Eternity's doing, saying that you're a guest now is a bit naive, frankly. You've done so much. You've been here for so much. And while, yes, violence and wars isn't exactly uncommon in the Pioneer system, you've seen enough of them that I think you can quite confidently call yourself not a guest. And as for not being able to impose your will because you're alone, frankly speaking, I think that the Riders, the Khans, everybody who respected you, who followed you, was not because of just what you represented, the EFN that was back at Earth, but because of what the EFN was doing right in front of them. Because admittedly, especially in the Pioneer system, people tend not to believe what they've told. They tend to believe what they've seen, what their friends have seen, what their family has seen. It's just my perspective though, Captain. And I'm not going to tell you whether or not you view yourself as a guest. But as a citizen of the Pioneer, you are no longer a guest. You have earned your place, much as anybody else sitting at this table.
Oh, a one-time shit. I mean, of course, we appreciate everything, but we can't keep going like this. Why are we being invaded?
I think someone needs to really go talk with the Riders, because they call themselves the protectors of the system. They call themselves basically the successors of everything CBS stands for. And
Some
this is
protectors.
They need to see this. They need to see this.
They protect themselves.
Oh.
The Riders
Definitely.
abandoned us, and we finally started doing our own thing, building a government for us, and they attacked. The second we tried to make our own way after they left us for dead, they attacked.
Rider free
Why?
Navy. Free Navy for them.
That may be so, and I appreciate the sentiment, but I am still a EFN soldier at heart, and it is not my duty to partake in geopolitics, to pick a side. Eternity's Advent is Realistically speaking, the last major EFN surface combatant, our ability to do much of anything beyond tasks like engaging the PFF are quite limited. So I do the best I can with what I have. I think it's best if we get this show on the road. The Eternity will provide security for the evacuation.
Thank you, Captain.
I appreciate you letting me into your home and giving me your perspective of the story. This war seems like a nasty affair where there is no evil side, no bad side. It just seems like the typical Pioneer affair, and that is...
Sadly, that is much the case in the system these days. War is all we have known, and war is all we will likely ever know.
Cold, they're losing a sense of smell, struggling with any taste and stuff like that.
That sounds like influenza.
Are you sure? I've heard of some new strain or something. Maybe brought by Can Space.
It does sound like
something about bats.
Captain, if I may have a moment of your time.
Yeah. Northern Isle, right?
Yes. I'm sorry to ask you this so suddenly, Captain, but I have been listening to what you've been telling the system, and I have quite a few questions.
Yeah, sure. Shoot.
My first question is about the EDF, in all honesty. Are they a threat to us? Are they a threat to the civilians of the Outer Reach?
Yes. The easiest way I can put it, this might sound a little bit cocky, but you respect the EFN and her fighting abilities, her history?
Yes.
We are one understaffed EFN vessel. The EDF is the EFN. It's just a name change. The EDF is the entire military.
That is... I see. And to other threats, Captain, I no longer run with the CPR, but that doesn't mean I still cannot serve the Pioneer system. I know that you don't like the PFF, and I don't like the PFF. With your permission, I would like to help you hunt down the PFF.
Is that so?
Yes, I still have a lot of influence in the system, even if I no longer am a faction leader. I know how the trade works, I know how information's gathered. And before I was this position, I was the intelligence officer of the CPR. I know a lot.
Well, you do know how to make a convincing argument. I'll be frank, our trail has run cold on the PFF. We hoped we would find something here. While there's a lot of information here, I don't know where to take it after this. I'll be real, we came here to find information on the PFF. While this is a sorry state of affairs, we're not any closer to finding and, well, dispatching of them. You say you have information in regards to that?
Yes, I have been gathering information for a long time. It was kind of a concern of mine when they started attacking out of nowhere.
Alright, well, yeah, for now, we'll have you come aboard the ship, we'll set you up in some quarters, and when we have this whole disaster sorted out, we'll start hunting some PFF. We'll probably be departing here shortly. I'm gonna go check in with my guys. I would grab your belongings.
Of course.
There's a good chance this place won't exist in the future.
Yes. It is a shame to see it go, but all things must change.
Yeah. Mallard, check out this suit. This is the bluest fucking suit I've ever seen in my life.
Sure, he's not CDF.
He might be former. Oh, hi. Not the talkative bunch.
No. What's going on here?
I don't know. Lieutenant Commander, Northern
Yes, sir.
will be joining us. We need some help with the PEF. Northern is a former admiral of the CPR. He stood down recently for... Actually, I have no idea why he stood down, but he's coming aboard. We could use some help in the system figuring this shit out. He's gonna give us... Basically, he's gonna be a guide for the next couple weeks till he finds a new place to hang out.
Understood. Though I have to ask, are you collecting us or something?
Come again?
Well, Admiral of the CDF, Rodor, Admiral of the Riders, rest in peace, and Northern?
Admiral of the CPR.
Just saying.
Holy fucking shit. Huh.
Interesting.
Gotta collect them all, I guess.
Hey, that's my line.
Captain Brock, this is Eternity's Advent. Come in.
Yeah, hold on. Let me tune you. Yep, this is Captain Brock. Go ahead.
We are receiving a transmission from the comms. Shall I put it through?
Yeah, go ahead.
Stand by. Comms are on the line.
Roger that. Patch him in.
This is Primus Maverick of the Cons United. Once, we were the scourge of the Outer Reach. We had a vision of what was right, what was honorable. After the war,
We had to contend with the fact that we abandoned what gave us purpose, that we left behind our creed. By our accounts, we should have been left to rot and die. But the EFN and the Riders gave us a second chance. And with that chance, that we would never fail our creed again. That we would fight for the vision of a better pioneer system. That we would fight for a better future, no matter the cost to ourselves. We fought by the creed when we sent Khan's ships to fight and die alongside the EFN against the EDF on Earth. We fought by the creed when we sent Khans to die in the war far away to fight the growing CPR menace. And now, more than ever, we will stand by the creed. If we stand by now, we will win this war. We will crush the CPR beneath the onslaught of the PMA. But we will also likely kill many innocent bystanders. Often in war, there will be collateral damage. It is a fact, and one of the many tragedies of war. But here, right now we have a choice. Effective immediately, all Khan forces in the blockades are to stand down from the blockade duty. All civilian vessels are free to leave the area, undoubtedly including CPR folks that seek to abuse this. Longbow and the Khans will not be enforcing a ship-by-ship check to ensure all civilians make it out the war zone quickly. Should anyone, PMA or enemy forces, impede this, we will view this as a hostile action. Maverick out.
Holy shit, Ace. Was that on system-wide comms?
Yes, sir. I thought that was a transmission directed at us. I guess he just contacted everyone.
Roger that. We're RTB now. Prep the ship.
Yes, sir. Eternity out.
Ben, did you catch that transmission by the cons?
Oh, yes. They're just letting our civilians through without checks now to help expedite the evacuation effort, which is rather generous.
I'm questioning about the integrity of the PMA right now. I just talked to Admiral Tidier, and he very plainly, in no uncertain terms, says they're checking every single one of their ships, and they are not lifting the blockade. Oh, yes, shit, something's going down.
Like I said, Captain, the PMA seems only unified in their want for conquest of us. I'm not entirely certain how stable it is, considering, and this only adds to it.
Roger that. I would feel a lot more comfortable on my ship. I don't know what's about to go down, but I know Captain Maverick. That guy's a son of a bitch, but he does not go back on his word. He said he would engage anyone impeding in this evacuation, and well, the Riders said they really want this blockade to hold, so something may be going down. I don't know. I need to get back to a comm station ASAP.
Yes, I would appreciate the EFN is ready for whatever is about to happen, considering you have two allies giving you conflicting things.
For the record, not allies, but yes.
Oh, I was referring to the Khans and the Riders.
Not allies either. We are a neutral party, but yeah.
Yeah.
I understand how that might be confusing sometimes. EFN boys and Mossman, Northern, we're Oscar Mike. Let's go. Thank you for the stay. I don't know what the fuck is going on right now. Let's go.
Yep. Be careful.
Vera, how are the locals?
They've been better. Very much better. I'll brief you on the ship.
Roger that.
We gotta go.
Be sure to understand that our living standards might be moderately better than most civilian standards. Seal your suit, Vera.
Thank you.
Kmax, you son of a bitch. Let's get going. Everyone in.
Yes, sir.
Oh, fuck. This is going to be crowded. Mother, how do things look down there?
If I may, sir, bad.
Yeah, I imagine that station did not look like it had the accommodations to even handle 500 people.
They have a hospital ship that is packed full and not doing good. Sir, we need to do something about that hospital ship.
What we need to do is get these people out of here. The density of the density of population here to the amenities is completely mismatched. The best thing we can do is get them to sectors that can handle them a lot better.
How many times is that gonna happen? It's already happened once, like in the past few months. And it's already happened so many times in the past few years. It seems like it's spiraling out of control.
It is. This system is, to quote a wise warrior, a complete fucking shithole. Wait, no, that was Mallard. It's not wise at all.
Goddamn.
Get me riders on the comms again. Let's make it 2 calls in a day.
Yes, sir. Stand by. Captain, riders are on the line.
This is EF and Eternity's Advent to Commander of Meridian Squadron. Come in.
Well, Admiral Tidy here.
Wait, what the fuck? You again? Roger that. Did you get that? Was that con transmission legit?
Well, it's definitely not fake. And no, this is not... Oh, for fuck's sake. God damn it, Kant.
Roger that.
Give me a second here, Captain. I get like 10 different calls right now.
Roger that. What is your... When able, you need to inform the EF and Eternity Advent of what's going on. I'm seeing multiple blips. Civilians are looking to leave the blockade at this time. What is your...
Indeed.
What is the rider's response? Will you be enforcing the blockade? What is going on?
I'm not sure if we can enforce the blockade in this situation. Everything is turning to shit right now. Alright. We are going to deploy... Wait. Meridian Squadron gets... We dispatched a secure RF. Gonna trail the longbow, assess the situation, and try to get some order into the situation. Eternity, you're still in the AO as I can read. What is your intended course on that?
We're figuring out the situation as well. We were here simply to make sure that everyone doesn't kill each other. Beyond that, not too much.
Understood. As I can see from the sensor readings, there are still multiple CPR and First Fleet warships in range. I trust on the Eternity's presence to maintain some sort of peace, but depending on what we might find there, I will focus on getting the longbow out of there, but I'm not sure if the Khans will obey.
Does the longbow want to get out of there is the question.
That is the point, Captain. I have no idea what the Khans are doing and what they try to achieve with this. The longbow is severely damaged from the last engagement with the CPR, which are probably not happy to see her again in the no-fly zone. And we do not have sufficient reinforcements on tile. I'm not sure how Maverick thinks he can speak for all the Khans right here, but there are not a lot of people who can answer his call right now.
Understood. So the situation, sit rep, is the situation is fucked. We'll do the best we can to keep... We'll do the best we can to keep the situation... We'll solve problems as they come. I trust the riders will act with honor and dignity here. Remember what's at stake.
Captain, it appears 2 of the civilian vessels are now departing.
Roger that. Stand by to depart our fighter complements. Yeah, stand by to depart our fighter complements. Inform the CPR that we are doing so. We have no hostile intentions. We're just trying to stabilize the situation.
Copy that, sir. I'll contact them immediately.
Engineering online.
Affirmative. And I'm going to leave you there. Unfortunately, the actual evacuation process ended up being incredibly tedious and boring, so much so that I'm actually just going to cut out the entire thing. I edited a 2-hour evacuation down into about 20 minutes, and the reality is nothing happens at all. The Eternity watches the longbow go back and forth, slowly ferrying out civilians, too slow perhaps, and the riders kind of angrily watch and then begrudgingly assist, and nothing at all really happens. Sorry, is what it is. We'll see you in the next.